So we're doing something different today. What are we doing?
Sort of different. So we're downtown. We don't come downtown very often.
That's right.
And we are going to H-Mart.
Now, why would we be going to H-Mart?
So we've been to this one downtown years ago and had a good meal at the food court. And then after that, one of our sons lived in that Burquitlam area for a while, and we went to the H-Mart out there and had good meals a couple of times.
Because they have 3 locations. There's one in Dunbar, there's one downtown, and there's one out in Burnaby. But the cool thing about H-Mart downtown is that it's so anonymous from the outside because no one would ever know walking by that there is actually a food court on the 2nd floor and a complete Korean grocery store out there. So
I mean, if you know, you know, right?
That's right. So
but there are a lot of people who don't know.
Yeah.
And anyway, we've read some reviews that maybe this food court is not as good as it used to be, and we're going to find out.
We're going to go find out right now. And what a beautiful day to be wandering around downtown.
Absolutely gorgeous. And we're coming up here on Robson and Seymour.
But would you know there was the promise of food from being out here? I don't think so. H-Mart. There it is. So we go in here.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Okay.
It's this hidden gem in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they were waiting for us. There's flowers and everything. Look at this. So you go up the escalator. This is kind of wacky, isn't it? You can get fresh vegetables, you can get seafood, all kinds of stuff
But
here.
you have to do this funny little loop
Right.
through the produce.
They run you through the gift shop. So let's have a look here. Smells good in here already. All kinds of decent looking produce, some
A little more plastic than I would
Yeah.
like, but it is what it is.
then down here is where it really starts to get fun. All your vegetables, acres of soy products.
Oh, they have lots of hot pot stuff.
Look at this.
Barbecue stuff.
Octopus. All this amazing stuff. It's totally a fully featured Asian
Well, I
grocery
love
store.
shopping in H-Mart, but
Yeah.
I want lunch.
Okay, let's go grab some lunch. If we walk down here, we can go get lunch. So this is the food court. We got some pre-made Japanese things
Kimbap.
here. Right, so
I
it's,
can get a vegan BiBimBap.
there you go. All right. Hi, how are you? Okay.
Oh, down there?
Under down there. Oh, the kiosk. There it is.
Oh,
Things have changed since I was here last.
Start order.
Select your order type.
Dine in.
Yukgaejang.
That's what you
one
want?
of those. Order. There you are.
Okay.
Right. And
And
you're going to
then-
get the vegan.
BiBimBap.
Oh, look at that.
It's not vegan because it's got an egg on
Yeah,
it.
well,
I think
it's
they mean
vegetarian-ish.
vegetarian.
You've been approved.
Thank you for
Huzzah.
using the
Let's grab a table.
Yeah. So you order at the little automated thing, and you get your order slip. We're number 14, and then you wait until number 14 is up there, and you go get your food.
Yeah. Last time I was here, there's another one, but it was all covered up now with this little poster thing. But the Japanese curry place is down at the end, and we're just waiting for our number to come up here. So they do ramen, udon, all kinds of interesting stuff here.
Noodle and
sort of
black
a
bean sauce.
Japanese Korean hybrid.
So one of the complaints that I read of not liking this place so much is that the noodles themselves in the ramen are instant ramen noodles.
It's a crime,
And
really, isn't it? Yeah,
So,
it's not-
but we didn't order ramen
yeah, so.
in that case.
So you got, which one did you get? No, you got
So they
the
call it a vegan BiBimBap, but it's got an egg on it, so that makes it vegetarian.
suspect vegan. Yeah. And I got the Yukgaejang, which is a spicy beef sort of soup, stew kind of thing with some noodles in it. And of course you get some banchan on the side, a couple of little side dishes, and rice.
Do you get
I
banchan?
think you do get some,
We'll see,
like
won't
some
we?
sprouts. We'll see. It's been 5 years since I've been here, so when I back in the days when I used to work, we used to come here for lunch every once in a while. Well, we got a nice view of the downtown here. We can you can enjoy the passers-by as you have lunch up here. All right, Laurel's got to go collect the order.
So that one's yours.
There's one. Well, look at you. It's also modular. Look
Yeah,
at that.
that's
Hang on a
such a-
minute. Look at that. Okay.
Looks pretty cool, hey?
Okay, Laurel. So unbox it for us. What do we got?
Well, it's warm.
Yeah.
And yes, I have compartments.
That's right. It's very
which is
modular.
interesting. It's very modular.
Okay.
Does that mean there's rice under? Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
That's okay. That's
it's multi-tiered.
pretty
I mean, it's a
cool.
heck of a lot of plastic, which we don't like, but it's darn
Look at
clever.
that. So I've got greens. I've got zucchini, I think, tofu, bean sprouts, daikon, carrots,
Yeah.
seaweed, the purple rice,
And the
an
vegan egg, yes.
and then, you know, presumably that's like a gochujang sort
Yeah.
of thing. And then we also have what looks like a daikon
Kimchi.
and a broth.
Yeah. That's
A lot. Okay, so not dirt cheap, but that's a lot of food.
It is
Right.
a lot of food.
So-
And we were just commenting that when we were just in Spain and Portugal, there's all kinds of Japanese ramen places, and you can get a bowl of ramen there for, I think the cheapest one we saw was 16 or 17
17
US.
euro, which is 17
Yeah,
US.
yeah.
So like 20 something Canadian. I'm just
So in
curious
that
about the
context,
rice.
this is a pretty good deal. Yummy.
That's nice.
I like the seaweed on there. It's really nice.
The
Eh?
seaweed tastes really good with the rice.
And did they do like a runny egg? Ooh,
They did.
yeah, look at that. That's kind of awesome.
This looks like the way I like it. So I'm going to dump some of
Unreal.
my things in.
All right. Whereas I have the Yukgaejang, which is this is a very pale colored one actually, but this has got noodles and egg and a little bit of beef in it, and I love this on a getting all fogged up here. I love this on a rainy day. It's just one of the most warming dishes you can possibly imagine, and
Yeah, it's a good Vancouver dish.
you know what? That does not disappoint. And then in here, we have, I'll try to do this one-handed. Oh yeah. They're using a different kind of rice. It's almost like the,
Forbidden rice or purple rice.
yeah, like the Indians kind of style.
No, that's red
Almost.
rice.
Oh,
That's red rice.
That's red
This is a
rice.
purple rice.
And of course, the real professionals do this. You get a little bit of rice, and then you soak up a little bit of broth, and then have at her. You know what? That's not bad. That looks great, Laurel.
Doesn't that look amazing?
So you mix all that stuff up.
Yeah, I got the sauce and the egg yolk kind of mixed together. Got some of that seaweed mixed up, greens.
That's that looks really good. What's your broth like? Can I try
Yeah,
some
go
of
for
that?
it.
I like that.
Try the kimchi.
Mhm.
This is a daikon kimchi. Crunchy, a little bit spicy, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Pretty happy, actually. I was not expecting this to be this good.
Well, it's nice.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, because sometimes, food courts get a bad rap, but I know from our experience in Singapore and
Malaysia,
basically all through Malaysia,
Hong Kong.
sometimes the best food is in the food court. And we got a particularly crunchy looking daikon kimchi.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right?
Nice and sour, although yours is interesting.
Oh,
This is Laurel, this is mine. Yours has more chili in it.
maybe they thought you didn't like spicy. They didn't ask, though.
There was a presupposition that's entirely inaccurate. Okay. Okay. So it's got some bean thread kind of noodles in it and bean sprouts. It's very hot. We got little bits of beef.
So can't speak for any of the other places.
Not bad.
But this place, this is decent Korean.
And the real beauty of this is that you're right downtown, and you could be blocks from your office gig or whatever, and nip up here
Or
at,
you're shopping
at lunchtime.
and you don't want to go to Orange Julius or whatever for lunch,
One
right?
of those rotating hot dogs that's been there since 1973.
Right.
Yeah.
This is much better food than you're, going to McDonald's,
Yeah.
frankly.
Why do people go to McDonald's? I don't understand. Yeah, what are you going to do? I'm really intrigued by this. This rice is really interesting because it's a different rice than they were using before. I think they were just using steamed jasmine rice last time I was here. And this has got color to it and a little bit more flavor too, it seems. Interesting.
Nutrients too.
Nutrients. How is it? Is it good?
I'm usually happy if I've got a good gochujang sauce to pour on almost anything.
And there's tofu.
And then I've got
there's
vegetables and tofu. I mean,
vegetables
that's my happy
and
place.
fermented things. I mean, this is
And seaweed.
the holy trinity,
This
basically,
is
for
my
you,
happy
isn't it?
place.
I think Laurel is happiest standing in a field of vegetables, whereas I will chase a pig down the street looking for a snack. And somehow it still works.
I like pig.
You must. You married me.
Jeez.
So this has got some long simmered green onion in it too. Cluster of eggs stirred into it. And not huge amounts of beef, but
Enough so you know it's a beef stew.
yeah, it's sort of that meat as condiment rule, which is not necessarily a bad thing for you.
It's healthy. Happy.
And you could walk right by it
And
and
not-
not even know this was up here.
You can dip your daikon in my sauce. And
That's it.
I'm not being rude.
It's a thinly veiled sexual
No, it
metaphor
really
if ever
isn't.
there was one.
It really isn't.
So Yukgaejang, I think is, pardon me if my pronunciation is not great on that, but it is actually one of my favorite Korean dishes. And it's just such a deeply comforting kind of thing. And their version here is pretty good. But I will say that their banchan, or side dish game, is not as strong as I would like. Last time I was here, we got at least some sprouts and some cabbage kimchi on the side. And now it's not quite so varied. And this kimchi is actually really fresh. It's almost like they just sliced up some daikon fresh. And you know, if it's been soaking overnight, I would be surprised. It's good, but it's there are other places in town that do this kind of thing better. But the soup itself is actually quite good.
My BiBimBap was good. Everything was done right. Even the broth is nice, the dashi. So there's a little too much plastic here.
Yeah,
But
that's a
considering,
downside.
I mean, Rob's bowl's not plastic, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I do have a metal spoon here. But his was 17 and mine was 16. And these days in Vancouver for lunch, that's really good.
Considering that 5 years ago, when I think the last time I was here, this same dish I think was $9.95 or $10. You know, times have changed, and I'd hate to be one of those old guys that go, "Well, in my day, a candy bar was 10 cents," which it was. Actually, when they went up to 10 cents, I was kind of PO'd. but,
No. Well, okay, maybe in your day, not in my day. A couple of points I have.
minor quibbles,
So when you go to take your tray back, there's
because that's food court etiquette.
Yes.
You always bust your own table.
So there's a place to put the tray. There's a place to put the proper dishes like spoons and Rob's metal bowl. There's a place to put food waste if you have leftovers or whatever.
However,
And then everything else, meaning all the plastic containers, are going in the garbage.
so what you're doing is
I thought this was a pretty cool container with it's got the lid, it's got the section bit, the place for the sauce, and underneath. So I'm going to take this home and I'm going to wash it and I'm going to reuse it
Yeah.
for other stuff.
several times. We could probably use it. And where we live, there's actually a proper plastics recycling
Right.
program
So,
there. So we
when
can
I've used it a few times, we can do that. My second quibble is
Second quibble?
Yeah.
just complain.
When we went through the grocery store, and I was looking at produce, I've been having a hard time since the
Since Trump declared war on us,
since the tariff disputes. Difficulties have started. We have been trying to buy mostly Canadian, and if not Canadian, then non-U.S. products. And I haven't been able to find sweet potatoes in most stores that are not from the U.S. They're all from the U.S., and that includes yams, which are not yams, they're really
and,
sweet potatoes.
and a lot of other groceries are labeling things very clearly with
They're
a Canadian
clearly
flag
labeling,
going, "This is
or-
a product of Canada."
Or they're labeling that it's a U.S. product or a Mexican product or whatever. So we were walking through here and nothing is labeled.
So therefore,
So we won't be buying the sweet potatoes that we saw here because I don't know where they were grown.
that's right, elbows up. Yeah. So this is the House of Japanese Curry here, parked right at the very end of the food court. All kinds of very popular things to do here. But we'll have to come back another time and try those. So you can buy rice cookers here, you can buy kitchenware, all kinds of stuff.
You can get a burner if you want to do
That's a hot pot.
hot pot
All right.
down the escalator.
Follow that girl. And if you're a wedding planner, this is a very effective venue for
As always, please like,
subscribe
comment,
and share.
and we'll see you next time.
You bet.